Alrighty, hello guys, SickMotion here with the patch 6.16 notes. One of the shortest patches I can remember. I always say I'm going to try and do it really quickly here, but I don't even think I could do this one long if I made that my goal. We'll start rolling out here. Kled will be released later this patch, I'm pretty sure, or right away. I didn't check if he's up already. I don't know really what to think about him. I played him a little bit on the PBE, which is never really the best testing grounds because you never know what you're going to get. Sometimes you get a quality game, sometimes you get a fiesta, and you never know, like, it's like bronze to challenger on the PBE, so you never know. But anyway, we'll see how he does. Interesting mechanics and whatnot, but hard to say how he really will hold up in the top lane, just based on what I played. So Aurelia changes here, nerfs to her passive, champions to count for her passive, checking radius, that's the word we're looking for, the R word, is now 1,000 range instead of 1,400, so nerf there. No longer grants tenacity based solely on the numbers of enemies. It requires you to be evenly matched or outnumbered. So say you're in a 3v2, you're not going to get any tenacity. It's not going to help you at all. If you're in a 1v1 or a 2v2, you're just going to get 10%. And then when there is more of them than there is of you, that's when you start getting the higher tenacity. So if they have just one more than you, it doesn't look like it scales like if there's 3 of them and 1 of you, that it'll be higher. And if there's 2 than if there was 2 of them and 1 of you. It just looks like that if there's more of them than you, you're going to have the higher tenacity, which still scales with level. Here, I don't remember if it scaled with level, actually. Kind of tired right now. But anyway, this range nerf here, champions count nearby. That 1,000 range, I'm assuming that counts also for your teammates if they're nearby, which technically would be a buff here because you don't want your teammates to be near you to be able to trigger that. And also there's a bug with the tooltip of her R. It's got straightened out, I guess. Now displays the damage text next to Leona when her allies proc to sunlight, so it shows the damage she's doing, praise the sun, and all that good stuff. More Lulu buffs here. The cooldown on her W is 2 seconds lower at level 1. Still scales to the same, but that's a early game buff there, especially for like solo lane Lulu, because you're not going to be leveling this first in most situations. And the bonus attack speed is also 10% higher. All across the board, so early game buff, late game buff. Some Mordekaiser quality of life buffs with his ghost. It's just less stupid now, so you can read that if you care. Pretty big buffs to Nautilus. Target that depth charge passes through are now stunned for 1.5, and 2 seconds in addition to the knockup. So a 2-second stun if you ult that backline and it goes through the entire team. Also, the knockup duration is 1 second instead of a half. Sona nerfs here. Movement speed nerfs for self. Allied speed ratio, lower AP ratio there. And her R gives less cooldown reduction early, but scales to the same. So early game Sona nerfs there, and just Sona nerfs all around with the other one. Victor, his max move speed on his ult is down, but the min move speed is up. Speed starts decaying at shorter range, and minimum speed capped at a shorter range as well. So nerf pretty much across the board, but the minimum move speed is a little higher. I mean, 200 move speed is still not the most. I mean, with the Rylai's it might make the difference though. And it no longer moves at maximum speed when Victor targets himself, so don't have to worry about that. A lot of people didn't even realize that was a thing last patch, but now that's not a thing anymore. Q times here. Position select now displays when and to what degree particular position combinations impact the estimated Q time, so that'll be cool to see if that actually works. And that's the end of the patch. Like I said, really, really quick patch here. Bunch of bug fixes here. I mean, we could even go over these bug fixes. A lot more bug fixes than normal, actually, but not really going to do that. So all the SKT skins are coming out this patch. With the cropping, you can only see a few of them. There's a Renekton 1, Elise 1, Alistar, Callista, Rise, and then also an Azir 1. They gave the sub a skin as well, which I think is cool and deserved. And then Kled gets a skin with his release as well. And that's the end of the patch. I mean, I had to talk about the skins to make more content because that's how short it was. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you found it helpful, even with how short it was, make sure to drop a like, comment, or sub to the channel if you want to see more content like this. I will be doing my unranked, for those who didn't know, my unranked climb account. It's almost level 30. Making a new account to level up, which is almost done, and then play fresh with no previous season MMR to climb up. It's not about pub stomping, it's not about getting a high win rate, it's not about chaining out a few champions that are really strong in lower levels of play. It's about a variety of champions, and it's about the climb more than where it gets to, and just kind of it being able to instruct a lot more at different levels of play as it ranks up. And all of that, the account will be leveled up and ready to go. All of that will be starting on Sunday, which is, what's the date on Sunday? The 14th. Sunday the 14th at 10:30 p.m. Pacific time is when I'm aiming to get that done for. So hopefully see some people there for that. Been setting that up for a while and saying that I was going to do it for a while, so it's finally getting done here. So that's when that is. I mean, look at that. 6.5-minute video right now, if I was to end it right now, and half of it was self-promotion. Very short patch. So take it easy, guys, and we'll see you next time.